is coming to save us all. Even the politicians tell us that if we don't come together, then we will fall. A once mighty nation will be turned to scrap. Red, yellow, black, or white, we all have a common cause to take back our country from predators' violent jaws.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome once again to my channel, Stop Effing Killing. I'm your host, the MOD, also known as the Method of Delivery. Before we get into today's topic, please like, share, and subscribe if you find anything that resonates with you. So, today's topic is No One is Coming. Again, the topic is No One is Coming. Now, to be more specific, we're going to talk a little bit about the Alston Drummond case that has recently happened in Jackson, Tennessee. But before we do that, let's take a look at a snippet from an interview that Tim Burchett, a representative from Tennessee, gave right after a mass shooting that happened in Nashville, Tennessee at a school. Let's take a look.
If you think Washington's going to fix this problem, you're wrong. They're not going to fix this problem. They are the problem.
State, earlier today, you said that Congress is not going to fix this. Why do you think that is?
Man, we can pass all the laws we want. It was already in a gun-free zone. We do that all the time up here. We pass laws, and then they really have no effect. You got to deal with what's at the heart of this. It's evil. Some people would say demon possession even, but go further. We've got a mental health crisis in this country. 1 in 5 Americans are affected by it.
So, if you noticed, Mr. Burchett said, we're not going to do anything about guns. It's all about mental health. That's what he said. We're not doing anything about guns. Now, all of that is fine and dandy, but the thing is, our government, federal, state, and in some cases local, are trying to cut benefits for health care, for Medicaid, for Social Security, for just basic general health care. And this health care addresses mental health issues. So if on the one hand, you're not going to do anything about the guns, and you, on the other hand, you say it's mental health, however, you're trying to cut benefits that deal with mental health, then where does that leave us? Not to mention that, the federal government was trying to make cuts to, mental health care, for the national hotline. Where does that leave us? That no one's coming. They don't care. They never have cared. The only thing that they want to use you for is your vote to put them in office. Once you get them in office, they do whatever the hell they want. They don't give a damn. Which leads us to Alston Drummond, a troubled teen, who was arrested for, attempted, burglary and evading arrest, back in 2011, and he received 24 hours community service. Then you fast forward to 2013, where he committed an armed robbery of a convenience store. And during that armed robbery, where he pointed a gun at a victim, he took approximately $44 in cash. Now, he was convicted in 2014 of that armed robbery. And during that conviction, he threatened the jurors. He also threatened the victim. Now, in 2015, he was also convicted of, past retaliation. And in total, he was given 13 years. Now, if he was originally convicted in 2014 and you add 13 years to that, that means he should have got out in 2027. But for some reason, he was let out of prison in 2024. Now, while he was in prison, he committed over 24 infractions, to include, assault, to include contraband of penal institution, drug possession, you name it. He was not a model prisoner. So why was he allowed to leave prison early? Why did he not serve his 13 years plus half time added to that? And even after the fact that he got out of prison, he was, they convicted him. He was wanted for attempted murder. Now, he held the community of Jackson, Tennessee hostage for a week. Why? Because after all the things that he had already done, he unalived 4 people and kidnapped a child. that child will grow up without a mother, a father, a grandmother, and an uncle, all because of Austin Drummond. But more importantly, because the justice system failed not just those individuals, but it failed the community. We cannot depend on the judges, the prosecutors. We can't depend on, the prison system. We can't depend on anything remotely related to the criminal justice system to keep us safe. We have to keep ourselves safe. We have to look out for our neighbors. We have to protect ourselves. We have to train. We have to get in shape. We have to do all these things because no one is coming. Tim Burchett made that perfectly clear. He said the quiet part out loud. We're doing nothing about firearms. And our federal, state, and local governments have made it also clear that they're doing their best to cut health care benefits to include mental health care. So that means that there's no one left but us. No one is coming. We have to save each other because Austin Drummond is just one of thousands upon tens of hundreds of thousands of stories of individuals who are felons, who are violent felons, who get out of prison, who've been out of prison multiple times and wind up unaliving people. We have to fight back and push back against this narrative. We have to fight back by voting for our best interest when possible. We have to put down the whole, male, female, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Democrat, Republican. We have to put all of this stuff aside. We have to put all of that stuff aside and we have to band together. We have to. If we do not band together, there will not be no community left because it will all be destroyed. It will all be ruined by the gratuitous violence that is gripping our country. My heart goes out to all of those individuals who have lost their lives in these recent mass shootings. Multiple mass shootings all over the country. And my heart also goes out to any individual who has lost a loved one due to gratuitous violence. Just remember, no one is coming. We have to band together and do it ourselves. Because there is no you, there is no me in this fight. There is only we, and we must stop the fucking killing. Thank you, and have a safe day.